Hi, I'm Roman, a finance major here at UCF and the founder of Pulse AI. I build AI systems for small businesses, and today I want to talk about contractors. So, if you've ever tried calling a plumber or an HVAC technician, you know half the time nobody picks up. And it's not because they're lazy, it's because they're quite literally doing exactly what you're calling them for. They're busy. But 27% of their calls go unanswered, and 85% of those callers just call the next contractor on Google. They don't leave a message, they don't call back, so that job's gone just because they couldn't answer the phone. And that adds up to between 45,000 to 120,000 a year in lost revenue for a smaller sized company. Pulse AI is a solution to this. It's an AI receptionist that answers every call 24/7. It figures out what the job is and books it straight into the contractor's CRM and texts the customer a confirmation. The contractor wakes up and the job's already on the schedule, which means there's no phone tag like having to chase the customer to figure out when to come and any of that. And they don't need to hire a receptionist that'll drain their profit to do that. So now I want you to imagine a homeowner's house got flooded at 2 a.m. Their bathroom sink started leaking or whatever it may be. And they called a few different plumbers. All of them either didn't answer or it went straight to voicemail. Eventually, they call a plumber who's using Pulse AI. It answers, gets all the details, and books them in for a job the next morning, and even gives them a few helpful tips on how to shut off the water to get the situation relieved until a technician can get out there. The homeowner's relieved, the contractor just landed another emergency job while they were sleeping. And there's around 6 million home service businesses in the US, and we're going after small contractors between 2 to 20 employees. That's around 300 to 400,000 businesses across the US. Our target is 5,000 customers over the next 3 to 5 years, which is 31 million in revenue. Service Titan went after the same market and is now at 780 million annual recurring revenue. And in this industry, tech penetration is still under 10%, which means a lot of companies still do things the old-fashioned way with pen and paper, which means there's a lot of opportunity to implement technology to improve the efficiency of these brick and mortar type of businesses. Right now, their options are pretty much just voicemail, which pretty much means they lose a job, some generic chatbots from the past that can't actually book anything, or a human answering service that costs in the thousands per month and sometimes aren't even available at the right hours. So nothing really works when it needs to. But Pulse AI is the thing that solves it. It sounds natural and it's quite frankly a fraction of the cost. For our go-to-market, we're reaching them through Google Ads, SEO, and we're trying to just meet them where they're at. So think trade shows and supply house partnerships, just getting in front of them where they're typically at on an everyday basis, buying like materials and whatever it may be. Some milestones that we're planning to launch a beta program with a few local companies, and then as we get CRM integrations in Q2, we'll get some more customers, and then by the end of the year, hopefully we get around 50 customers, which would mean around 5,000 MMR. And eventually we will get 500 subscriptions, and that's when we will reach like a good level of profitability. Contractors are losing money every day just because they can't get to the phone. We make sure it gets answered. That's Pulse AI. Thank you.